Guys, I used to love Twitter. Like I really did. I found it fascinating, but lately streamer Twitter has just, it's gotten a little crazy. And we need to talk about the crazy just a little bit. Just a little bit. Before we do, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Owned.tv, for, as you all know, being the one-stop shop for all your stream aesthetic needs, whether it's overlays, alerts, panels, banners, anything you need. And as many of you know, one of my favorite parts about it is that they are all modular. So if you and all your friends pick up this alpha gaming design that you're looking at, which we helped them make, and I think it turned out pretty great, none of you guys are gonna have the exact same overlay because you can all pick and choose the different pieces that you like about it. So if you'd like to make the smart move like many from the community have done, feel free to use the link in the description below to pick up your own overlay, which by the way, that link does help the channel, so thank you. And if you'd like 40%, wait, I think it's 50%. Yes, I believe they messaged me and they said, why are you telling them it's 40%? It's 50%. I don't know which one it is. Either 40 or 50% off. Use code alpha at checkout. Twitch has gotten to a size now where it's experiencing some growing pains. It's getting to a global scale. It's reaching more people. Its a new audience wants it to do certain things. Its current audience is upset at some of the changes it makes. This is an inevitability. This is what happens when a platform gets this large. And in the process, there are a lot of angry tweets. So over the past 6 months or so, I've been making notes on some very interesting takes. Some of them are very good. Some of them are very serious complaints about Twitch. Some of them, not so much. So we're gonna talk about some of those. And I'd like to address them from the perspective of business owners, because that's what we are. We're not Twitch employees. We're business owners. I'm a business owner. You are perhaps an aspiring business owner starting to stream on Twitch. It's important to see it that way. Let's talk about them that way. And let's just try to be realistic. And if you disagree with anything I say on any of these things, that's fair. You're allowed to do that. Comment down below. Let's keep it civil. Let's be adults. But I'm going to share with you some of these takes that I've been writing down over the past 6 months that might not be the greatest takes I've seen. And I'm not trying to sound condescending. It's just 12:30 in the morning. Okay, number one, by the way, these are all coming from real tweets. Some of these I tried to Google and find later. I couldn't, but they all got at least enough engagement that they showed up on my timeline, usually from people I didn't follow. I just haven't been able to find a lot of them. So these are very real, I promise you. You're just gonna have to trust me on it. Number one was a tweet I saw about 2 to 3 months ago, someone saying that Twitch needs to implement an intermediate tier between affiliate and partner. That going from affiliate to partner is so difficult and so few people make it that they need to give you a medium stepping stone on the way there. I fully understand the frustration that a lot of people have trying to grow their stream, especially on a platform that does so little to foster growth. We've been saying this for years. There's no discoverability on this platform. There's no browsability on this platform. There is such a massive separation between the successful streamers and then, you know, not so successful streamers. Let's just say streamers who can't make this a career yet, right? Only 1% of streamers actually average more than 15 viewers a stream. It is a difficult platform to grow on, and getting stuck in affiliate status can be really disenfranchising. That being said, if you are trying to grow a business, which is what you're trying to do, these statuses cannot be seen as accomplishments and trophies, because that's not what they are. These are labels on Twitch's end that determine what feature set they can afford to give to you. For example, they have the affiliate status that all it does is show that you are dedicated to streaming, so they can give you affiliate status, turn on subs, turn on bits. The onboarding process of adding your information, your tax information into a database, that costs money. Not a lot of money, which is why you only need 3 viewers. The bar is set very low, but they just need to weed out all the fake accounts that aren't actually doing anything. And that's what affiliate status is doing. It's saying, are you a real streamer who streams semi-regularly and has a couple viewers? Cool, affiliate. However, the couple extra features like partners get, for example, the big one being transcoding, where your stream gets processed and turned into multiple resolutions and your viewers can decide which resolution to watch it in. That costs Twitch a lot of money, and they need to make sure you are making them enough money to make it worth putting that on your account. That kind of stuff, that's all it is. The badge, the status, the email saying you made partnership, that's all pomp and circumstance. None of that is real, and none of that changes your success as a streamer. There are a bajillion partners with less than 10 viewers. The status itself, the accomplishment, or the badge next to your name in the grand scheme of things means literally nothing. What matters is the content you're making, the growth that you're having, the reach that you have, finding new viewers, reaching new heights in your creativity, and how far you go in the process. And none of that has anything to do with what your status is on Twitch's end. So don't confuse those statuses with your success as a streamer, because those two things are completely disconnected. They mean nothing. And so putting an intermediate tier in between there would do nothing but appease the streamers who are focused on the wrong things to begin with. Don't worry about the status. Keep streaming, keep making content, keep growing. You do you. Number 2 is a big one, and it's a legal one. And it's one that Devin Nash has talked about, Epos Vox has talked about, a lot of streamers talk about and get upset about. And because of those videos, I get asked this question on Twitter and on Twitch almost every single stream. And it is, should you sign the affiliate program, or is it predatory? Is it going to hurt you to be an affiliate? By the way, super important. Is it predatory and is it going to hurt you are two very different questions. I disagree with a lot of the big names that have spoken about this. I disagree with Epos Vox and I disagree with Devin Nash. Not that they don't have good points, by the way. Just some context. The affiliate contract that you sign says some weird stuff in it. The two biggest things it talks about is that Twitch owns your likeness as a brand, and that it reserves the right 100% to decide what sponsorships can go on your stream, saying you're not allowed to put your own sponsors on your stream, right? Only they can put ads on your stream. I want to make it clear right off the bat. Those are really weird things to be in Twitch's affiliate contract. Like, it is a bad contract, and it reflects on Twitch that they are going to make affiliates sign that. Now, in the real world, how is it enacted and what does it mean for you as a streamer is completely different. Let's talk about brand likeness. What does that mean? Well, really all it means is that Twitch is allowed to make videos on Twitter and YouTube or wherever else they make videos, and they're allowed to use your content freely without having to contact you and pay you and whatever. And if you are a large streamer like Ninja or Shroud, both of those were first names that came to my head, they used to be Mixer streamers, or Pokimane, right? And you were just to suddenly be in a Twitch ad and you weren't notified, those kind of streamers would generally be paid in the 5 to 6 figures to be put in an advertisement. And that would be a really sketchy thing for Twitch to do. If you're an affiliate with 5 or fewer viewers, your brand hasn't been built yet. It might in the future, but it doesn't pull any weight and its monetary value is nothing. So when Twitch puts your content in a tweet, which by the way, whenever they do, they always put your username on it, it helps you much more than you help them. So realistically, that doesn't hurt you in any way. It's nothing but a positive until you actually grow your brand. As for the advertising thing, it's super weird, but to me, it feels like a preventative matter. Mostly just because I've never actually seen it used. I've seen affiliates right and left having sponsors on their stream and not a single one has ever gotten in trouble for it. It feels like Twitch is saying, well, there could be this weird use case scenario where someone puts a sponsor for, Pornhub on their stream, and we need to reserve the right to take that down. So until Twitch starts actually punishing affiliates for having their own sponsors, I'm not super concerned about that one either. If you're trying to build your stream and start a business, sign the affiliate contract. The revenue that you're gonna start generating just from being an affiliate and being in this program is worth so much more than the little nuances that frankly, I've never actually seen hurt anyone before. It's different for each person. Make the call yourself. Don't let yourself get distracted by this when you should be focusing on making content. Number 3 is a big one that went semi-viral recently about Twitch's backend code and how you're now being scored on how brand friendly you are. This one to me felt like a lot of misunderstanding about how these platforms work on the back end. And frankly, I feel like 2020 has just made us quick to be angry at anything because we have nothing else to do with our time. I'm going to enlighten you on something real quick. Every single entertainment platform or channel, whether it be a TV channel, whether it be a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel, advertisers need to know which places match with their brand the best. Otherwise, they're not going to sponsor anything. This is something that was bound to happen as Twitch gets larger because YouTube does the exact same thing. TV does the exact same thing. If I'm a company and I have a super family-friendly brand, I need to know what channels I can advertise my content on, right? If I'm a brand and I want to advertise maybe a family vacation or baby food or something like that, and I give it to Twitch and they slap it on some racier content, like maybe some political content or body painting or something that's dropping an F-bomb every 5 seconds, right? I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna go, oh, guess I shouldn't advertise on Twitch anymore. They don't have any way for me to advertise to relevant audiences. This isn't any way of hurting streamers from getting sponsorships that they otherwise would have. This is a way of advancing Twitch's backend to be more cohesive with brands so they get more sponsorships. Now, if you're gonna complain about something with Twitch and ads and sponsors, complain about the fact that no streamers make money off of ads and how bad the ad experience is. That's something to complain about. The fact that my ad revenue on this YouTube channel is anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a month, but my ad revenue on Twitch is like $400 is terrifying. That's something you can be angry about. However, this score on the back end, that is a very normal thing for large entertainment platforms. And frankly, all it does is it brings more sponsors to the channel, so it's kind of a good thing. Number 4 is a question I've been asked since the very beginning of this channel, and it still pops up almost every day. And it's a combination, a statement and question of, do I really need a camera? And then of course the follow up on Twitter or in the Twitch chat of, no, you don't need a camera. This person doesn't have a camera. Look, objectively, person to person, there is the occasional streamer who makes it without a camera. So, do you need a camera? Technically, no. However, my problem with that question is, why are you asking that question? If the success rate on Twitch is so incredibly low, it is so difficult to break that 15 viewer ceiling. If you are trying to make it in one of the most competitive industries in the world and you're sitting there saying, I don't think I want to put a camera on my face, which is kind of the bare minimum, you might want to rethink why you want to be a content creator in the first place. It's like saying, I want to start a burger shop, but I don't really want to know what burgers taste like. It just doesn't matter that much to me. Sure, technically you could hire someone who does know what burgers taste like to do it for you, but the guy down the street who loves burgers is probably going to be more successful than you, especially when there's 20,000 people who love burgers and you're competing against them. You're gonna have a hard time. So again, there are gonna be people who make it without cameras, especially if you're incredibly creative and you have some other attribute that outweighs that, right? Like, for example, something like Code Miko. Her entire shtick requires not a camera being on her. I know she still does camera streams, but her main content doesn't require a camera because she replaced it with just an insane skill that she spent decades cultivating. You can do that, but if you say you want to do this and right from the very beginning you're trying to cut massive corners, might not be the career for you. And number 5, and this is another heart-to-heart, business-to-business conversation. Here's another tweet that for the life of me I Googled, could not find, but it was someone who had screenshotted an email from a company offering the person $5 to stream their game for an hour. And this person was outraged and offended that this company was offering him $5 an hour to advertise his game. The reason I said from business to business is it's important to understand that you're not an employee of that company. If you are an employee of that company, you're commissioned hourly to do something, they need to pay you at least minimum wage. You are a separate company. They are contracting to advertise their product. And what you deserve to be paid from that company is the amount of value that you bring that company. And if you, again, stream for an average of 5 viewers, and you're playing a game, it's very unlikely that any of those people will actually buy the game. And therefore, your value that you provide to that company, even though you played it, even though you gave them exposure, the value you provide to that company is 0. And if the value you provide to that company is 0, you don't deserve to be paid anything yet. This is one of the reasons why I don't encourage people to go out and sign a bunch of sponsorship deals when they're small streamers, because you don't provide a lot of value to companies yet. Focus on building that value. Focus on building your audience. Focus on building your value that you can provide to other companies so that they will want to pay you for your exposure. You really are getting into one of the most competitive industries in the world, and that industry owes you nothing until you bring something to them first. And I'm not saying this to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm telling you this because the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start moving on what's important. Be a business focus on your business, focus on your growth. The rest will come with time. So how many feelings did I hurt with this video? I feel like Tired Harris shouldn't talk about these topics because Tired Harris has significantly less patience than Good Night's Sleep Harris. Maybe I'll leave videos in the future like this to shoot more in the middle of the day. But did you find it helpful? Do you agree with things I said? Do you disagree with things I said? Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. We're all adults here. We can share opinions. We can learn from each other. But I do hope you found it interesting, and I do hope you found it helpful. And as always, happy streaming.
So wait, so I'm the misgift waiting room, huh?
Dude,
What?
What?
Do not go up!
What?
You went up and showed the
Never
money.
go up, dude. It shows
I
revenue.
didn't know it was on the same, but you weren't showing Nick's percentage.
Oh my god.